Hello, I'd like to share this video with regards to Canless Recessed Lights. This is not an 100% an apples to apples comparison, but really close spec-wise, that is. So they're both 4-inch downlights, and I have a Sylvania over here, and I have a Feit Electric. I think the Feit Electric is a little cheaper, and the attendant at Menards told me that they sell a lot of them because they also pack a lot of features. For example, this one has a nightlight mode, which we shall be talking about here shortly. So this one here is an 800 lumen unit. This one is 850, which means it's going to be a little brighter. And we also have, I saw something here. This one uses 10 watts. This one uses 14. Again, it's going to be a little more powerful, and as I said, it's a little cheaper. Otherwise, a lot of the other specs are very similar. They expect 50,000 hours. This one here told me the same thing somewhere else, 50,000 hours. You know, manufacturers should really consider like standardizing the way they label stuff. It would make comparisons way easier. And what else did I see? I saw something about, 45 plus years. Same thing here. As I said, they show them in weird ways. And this one here also tells us that it's going to be replacing a 75 watt standard bulb. This one here doesn't say that. They also have being LEDs, they have this selectable color temperatures. And I think the Feit Electric does a better job in showing what that would be. So yeah, the lower the number, this number right here, the more orange the light is going to be, and the higher the number, the bluer it's going to be. But I think this does a better job telling you soft white looks like that and daylight looks like that. So I bought a few of each, and I'm going to show you what they look like installed. First off, I have to issue a warning. I am not a professional light reviewer, so I might say some things that sound very basic, but I wanted to make a video like this to show regular users, regular consumers, what things look like in a typical application. Yes, Menards did have a display, but when you're looking at that display, you've got like 20 different bulbs, and they're all dancing and switching colors and flickering on. I could not really figure out what was going on. So I did my best to read specs, but then I decided to just buy them and bring them home. Okay, so here, this and this are on my left side are Feit Electric downlights, but those on the other side are Sylvania. So right off the bat, 800 lumens, 850, you can see it does look a lot brighter. That looks good, just not as bright. They're both set to 2700K, so soft white is what they are, which is supposed to be, yeah, they call it soft white. You can change them to brighter, but for most interior uses, personally, I like it to be a little warmer. Let's go ahead, and I have both of these set on dimmers, so I'm going to go ahead and dim them all. Starting with that side, that's a Sylvania, then dim this one here. Now, at this point, I need to mention that, yes, they're both dimmable, but the Sylvania promises superior dimmability, and I think they definitely meant it. I'm going to turn this one off. That's a Feit Electric. Look at the Sylvania side, bright, dim, bright, dim. Look to the side, bright, dim. Yeah, I think they nailed that. Let's go ahead and turn it off. Turn on the Feit Electric. Okay. Bright, dim. Let's face to the side. Bright, dim, bright, dim. I don't know if it's carrying the way it should in the video, but I think they could use a lot of improvement with regards to dimmability. So I'm not sure if this is standard. No, this is not standard. This is just really poor. That is really good for compared to this, but I feel like it's not the best with regards to dimmability. I've seen other bulbs that can range a lot better, but still pretty good. So I hope that carries in the video, and at least you can make a decision based on that. Now, the other thing I wanted to talk about was the way they dim, or the way they behave when dim. So look at the Sylvania side on. You heard the click, right? And it took a while. Off. I like that delay. It's nice. It seems cultured. On. And then it has a delay. But when I have it at full brightness, off, on, it's immediate, right? Dim, off, on. It has a delay. Now on the other side with the Feit Electric, let me turn this one off. On the Feit Electric side, I'm going to turn it on, and that's dim, off. It's quick, it's just immediate. On, full bright, off. Oh, I like that too. That's pretty good. It's like snatch it off. On. Oh, the on is a little, it's a little shocking. It's a little jarring in the way it comes back on, in my thought. But now, so here's the party trick. Off, on, off, on, off, on. There you go. So that's how you activate the nightlight. And I think it does a pretty good job of nightlight duties. It's, you know what? Check this out. Let me turn the Sylvania side, then dim it. It's interesting. That's still a little brighter than that, or yeah, it feels a little brighter than that. The color is a little lower, because if soft white is 2700K, then the nightlight in the Feit Electric is at 2200K. So normally that would feel very light yellow, white to light yellow. This one feels or looks closer to yellow orange. I don't know if the video is making it look like that. It might be making that look white versus that looking yellowish. But yeah, I feel like it's funny that only after you've dimmed that all the way, or rather, only after you've turned the Feit Electric one to nightlight mode does it compare to the dimmest setting in the Sylvania one. But it's pretty white, so I think that does a good job. But here's the other trick. It's actually dimmable. That's dimmable as well. So I'm going to go dimmer. Do you see that? All right, again, the range that the Feit Electric bulbs have isn't all that impressive, but it's there. And I think it's got its place. I think I really like this now. It reminds me of a movie theater whereby you have just a little bit of illumination without being blinded. It definitely does a better job than plug-in night lights, in my opinion. And so at the end of the day, it depends on what you want to do with these lights. If your goal is, if you have a dimmer in the first place, you probably want a good range, right? And so Sylvania wins hands down with regards to that. If you want cool features, if you want a night light that's going to be, I guess, not too bright, something that doesn't wake you or keep you awake, then I think the Feit Electric wins with regards to that. And as I said, I feel like living room could benefit from that. The media room, or, movie room, TV room, so to say, and maybe hallways as well, just for nighttime moving around the house without having to turn everything else on. So that's that. As I said, I'm no professional. I apologize if I've broken any conventions with regards to reviewing these things. It's just that I wanted to specifically talk about these two, because when I went to Menards, I believe they said that these are some of the best-selling units. So it would be nice for you to make an informed decision. I intentionally chose not to speak about installation and things like that because, yeah, that's a whole different topic. That's a whole different ballgame. But it's not too complicated. It's pretty easy. But here's a snippet. I think the Feit Electric is much easier to wire. The wiring is a little more user friendly than this one here. Yeah, that's it. Okay, all the best. I hope the past 10 or so minutes proved to be useful in one way or another.